Hello, Kevin here. This is a little bit of a strange start for a video for me. We did a visit to St John the Evangelist Church in West Meon, and because the church was such of interest and the cemetery was full of interesting information, we met a gentleman and he was fantastic, and hopefully you'll be able to hear him because he was standing a little bit away from me, but hopefully it will come through clear enough for you. But this is part 2 of our West Meon adventure. As I say, the church was so interesting, we decided to split this. It was going to be one video, but I decided to split this into 2, hence the strange beginning with me here now. Everybody will know the reasons why I've got this from the walk video that you will have seen now, and it photographs an explanation as to what happened. So I hope you enjoy this video. The usual thing, please follow, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Kevin's Rambles. And if you want to join us on Kevin's Rambles Facebook group, that would be great. You can literally do a search for Kevin's Rambles group, join it, and you will get a welcome from me and other members of the group as well. That's enough from me, and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye. We've just come through the recreation ground, and so far, full marks to Martin. He's brought us down to this lane, and we're right by the church in West Meon, and the Church of England school, which is just there in front of us. So we're crossing this lane up into the church. Beautiful thatched cottage just there, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Do love a nice thatched cottage. I do love a nice cottage. Oh, and here we are, and we are at St John the Evangelist of West Meon. So where we go up to the church.
My understanding is that this church is quite new. That's
yes, 1843 or something.
It was made to look old, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
So let's have a look round. Steve has got some information about this church, but I think today we're going to do one of our wing its. Shall we call it that? Wing it.
Would you like Thomas Lord first? Thomas Lord first.
Thomas Lord.
Yeah.
So we're going to find the grave of Thomas Lord.
Of Lord's Cricket Ground.
Oh, he's the founder of Lord's Cricket Ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why. Don't know why he's buried here. Must have probably family.
Yeah. These autumn crocuses.
Amazing. The spring. I mean, it's bonkers, isn't it?
Yeah. We're underneath this yew tree, just to the south of the church.
It's weird, isn't it?
So we're heading down this way. Oh, this is it.
This is it.
Wow. Sacred to the memory of Thomas Lord, Esquire, late of St John's Wood Road, Marylebone, who departed this life the 13th of January 1832, aged 76 years. Founder of Lord's Cricket Ground in 1787. Wow, that is a big slab.
That's a big slab, isn't it?
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But you don't know, Martin, if he's here because of a connection with the family.
I presume.
No, he retired to West Meon.
Oh, he retired
Did
here.
he?
Ah, right, okay.
And he lived in on a farm near Hambledon.
Right.
So
because there's a famous cricket ground at Hambledon as well.
Oh, right.
Oh, yes, there is.
There is a famous one, and I think there's a pub there called the Bat and Ball or something as well. But there is a famous cricket ground because I've been to watch a cricket game there.
Is this Hambledon in Surrey?
No, there's a Hambledon.
It's in the next village.
Ah, right,
Very
okay.
close.
Yeah.
But my memory as a child, because I came to school, so you know the story. So Mum died when we were 5, and the council sent us to boarding school.
Right.
Which wouldn't happen now.
No.
So we were sent to a school in Winchester called Eastacres when we were 5, and then we came to live to school in West Meon when we were 6 and a half.
Oh, right, wow. Yeah.
So we used to crocodile up here to church every Sunday, walk from the school.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And I'm hoping I could show you if it's still there, the graffiti that I didn't do, that some of the kids did in the pews.
I love the way Martin said that I didn't do. Yeah, very quick to put that in there.
Put that in.
Yeah, but that's brilliant. What a fantastic thing to find.
There's little squares of flint. They napped it for a farthing each. Knaps Hard is where the builder's yard was.
Ah, okay. I know someone who lives in Knaps Hard.
So that's why Knaps Hard, napping the church. And then they built it in 1846. It was commemorated in 1846.
Fantastic.
And we've taken a few of the pews out, and my job is to try and keep it together.
Oh,
with no money.
No.
But
can I just ask, so I was away down the bottom, and I'm filming you at the moment. I hope that's all right.
That's okay.
This section here, you said something to
the old church was here.
Okay.
The Saxon church was here.
Yeah.
And you go inside the church and have a look and see the drawing of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a perfect example of Norman churches.
Yeah.
And we have a number in the valley.
Yeah.
And the vicar at the time, called Bailey, was a very wealthy man from Cambridge, because all the wealthy men went into the church. And he decided to knock it down because it wasn't grand enough for West Meon.
Right.
So he built this with the help of the village.
Yeah.
All done locally. So the builder was local. The women in the village napped all the flints and created this wonderful example. And one of the leading architects of the time, Robert Scott, was the architect.
Right.
And he's done some amazing buildings.
Yeah. Thank you. But isn't it interesting? You go to some of these very, very small villages.
Yeah.
And the church is huge.
Yes.
But I could never work out why that would be, because some of the churches we've been to are incredibly big.
You have to accept that it was horse and carts.
Yep.
The village environment was rural.
Yeah.
And everybody believed in one thing. There wasn't internet, there wasn't government, it was the local people.
Yeah.
They all rallied around and they all worshipped here.
Yeah.
And it's still a thriving in the sense of funerals and weddings.
Yeah.
The congregations are terribly small.
Yeah.
But the history is all around you.
Yeah.
And the lady, the tomb you just come back, Mary, the sister of Reverend Bailey,
Right.
built the school.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Which is,
Same
seven
style.
styles, 70 people.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, Mary Trutchett is now donating money, from her legacy for education purposes.
Fantastic.
So £3,000 or £4,000 a year if you live in the village and you want to do a master's degree, they'll support you.
Yeah.
So
That's brilliant, isn't it? That is really, really good.
The history of a village, and every village is the same. Whether you go to Meonstoke or Corhampton, they've all got a similar story because the horizons were just around us.
Yes,
Didn't
right.
go very far.
Yeah.
But like me living in Welsh Wales.
Yeah.
In the 1950s, the furthest I ever went was Swansea,
Right.
60 miles away.
Yeah.
That was a long way.
It was a long way. Yeah.
So that's the story.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very kind.
Thank you for being the church warden.
Yeah. Well, we've just been talking to the church warden, and very, very interested man. This is the porch on the south side. And one thing that he was pointing out was the nappy on the walls. And every one of these squares was napped by the ladies of the village. Can you imagine the task that they had doing the napping? And just here on the east side of the porch, look at this. There, look, coming out, taking the rainwater away. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. And we've got these buttresses here which are shoring up the side of the church. Well, let me just back away. So I can show you up there. And there we've got the tower, Norman Tower, square tower, with a rather interesting looking weather vane at the top. So let me just carry on round to the east end of the church. As you can hear, crunching of my feet on the gravel. And we've got these almost like gargoyles, again, taking the rainwater away. And we've got these, I don't know what you would call these. I don't know if Cynthia knows the name for them. I'll ask her. What would you call these? On the top of the buttress. Well, I said gargoyles, but I don't think they are gargoyles, are they? That's more like a gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Yeah.
Can I pick up on something?
Yeah, go on.
I don't know you call that a Norman Tower.
Yeah.
This is a Victorian church.
Oh, sorry, it's a Victorian church, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, quite right, Cynthia, thank you.
Yeah, one of the Cambridge Four.
Yeah. Just in front of me here, we've got this grave. Ooh, let me get up here. With a cross. And this is the grave of Guy Burgess. One of the four, Martin, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, there were four of them. I can't remember. There's McLean, Philby, Burgess, and I can't sadly remember who the other
Yeah,
one
we'll find
was.
that one out.
But they were all at. So that's the family grave. And
Yeah.
he's on the side. Guy Frost.
Yeah, family grave, yeah.
And it's a family tomb. He was interred at night.
Yeah. Secretly, yeah. So his father, Malcolm Kingsford de Montse Burgess, Commander of the Royal Navy, died 15th September 1942. Then we come around this way. And Guy Francis de Montse Burgess died the 30th of August 1963. And as Martin was just saying, oops, so I'll go fall down the bank, he was buried secretly at night to stop any scandal.
Ashes were interred.
Ashes were interred, yeah.
They did a little service. But
Yeah. And that, I'm assuming,
probably that could be his pot.
pot, yeah. Yeah. Just in front of me here is this headstone, which is Martin's adopted father, Errol Adrian
Sherrod.
Sherrod
Yeah.
Manners.
Oh, known as Sherrod.
Sherrod, yeah. January 1920 to March 1990. Was there some significance about the gravestone next to it?
Now I think Charlie Hale was the old boy who lived in the village that we used to take meals to.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah.
I think. So I should. Sorry, it's not too nostalgic for you, lot.
No, you carry on, mate.
No, we're enjoying this. Right.
So. You forget time robs you, doesn't it?
It does indeed, yeah.
Of where the people are.
Are we looking for a specific
They
name?
were looking for my two brothers.
Oh, your brothers?
Yeah.
Okay,
who
yeah.
died from muscular dystrophy in the adopted family.
Yeah.
So I should be able to find them. They're here somewhere. I remember Paul. It's funny the people you remember.
Yeah.
But time, as I say, you forget quite where they are. They might be down that end.
Yeah.
It might be down
They
there.
both died from the same thing.
It's a familial disease. So
Was it James?
James, yeah.
James Manners?
Yep, there he is.
And Christopher.
and Nick.
Necklace.
No, that's just so that's them. That's my two brothers.
And these were your adopted brothers?
These were my adopted brothers.
Yeah. James Sherrod Manners, born 11th of June 1956, died 22nd of May 1977. Beloved son of Jane and Sherrod Manners.
Yeah.
Also his brother Nicholas Christopher, born 7th of February 1961, died 17th of May 1985. Can't read that bottom bit. Length of day is not what makes something rather. It's all discoloured with the lichen at the bottom.
Yeah. It's basically a reference to it's not how long you live, but how you live. You know.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
What you do in that time.
Yeah. Sure.
And they were, you know, they lived full lives despite their disabilities.
Yeah. And you say they both died of muscular dystrophy.
Yeah. Basically, your muscles waste away, and in the end, your lungs stop working.
Sure.
Just basically, the body cannot physically.
Yeah.
But isn't that incredibly unusual for two boys in one family?
No, because it's so Mama's the carrier.
Oh, I see.
So it's a it's on the X gene, but when a girl gets a gene from the other parent, and that gene offsets the other one.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas with a boy, they have the Y, and it doesn't offset. So because they've got the Y and the X, and if the muscular gene's on the X, unbalanced, but it's like cystic fibrosis, exactly the same scenario.
Okay.
So you might have the gene for cystic fibrosis, but not have cystic fibrosis because the other gene cancels it out. One of the other chromosomes cancels it out. But if you get, I think with cystic fibrosis, you get two that come together.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So in this case, the mama's the carrier. So the girls, they were all tested when they had their children. Lizzie never had children. She's definitely a carrier. Hetty had a daughter. The other two have had. My sister Lucy's had boys, but obviously got away with it.
They had 5 children altogether?
Six.
Yeah. Well.
So, and then us.
So we've been around the outside now, and we're now going to go in. The door is already open. I've got to wipe my feet a bit here. Walking around the cemetery. Oh gosh, it looks a bit dark in here. Have we got any light switches? Let's have a look. No. Oh well.
I suspect that you have to. I bet they turn it off at the.
Yeah, it could be.
At the junction box.
Yeah.
So.
Right, let's have a look round, see what we've got here. Gosh, really, really high ceilings. Look at that up there. And that's looking towards the tower where the bells are. Beautiful stained glass window just over there. Wow. And an incredible font just here. I'm going to have a look at Steve's notes in a minute and see what we can read on there. Well, just here, and I don't know whether I'm going to pick this up very well because there's a reflection of the glass, but we've got how the church used to look like and what it is now. Just in front of me we've got this Rectors of West Meon, and it dates from 1927 up to 1973. There must be another one in there now, but we don't know. But this is a West Meon and Warnford, Hampshire. This is sort of like a map of the area. We've got these different people, these gentlemen here, very distinguished. The rectors, perhaps. But then you've got these different pictures of the church. Just here, several of them. So this, I think, is an area where they obviously go for Sunday school, perhaps. Just here. Just got this rather ornate octagonal font. with this lovely wooden top. Look at this. Isn't that lovely? So I'm actually in the nave of the church now, and we've got these incredible timbers above us, and it's like an upturned boat as usual. And we've got the north aisle, which is where Steve is now. But the unfortunate thing is we can't find the light switches, which isn't bad, but it's not too bad. I think with what I've got here, it's going to be coming out with the light that's coming through the window, because there are a lot of windows here. Some are plain leaded light windows like this one here, and the rest of them are rather lovely leaded light windows. On the north aisle we've got the pulpit, and then we've got this other altar here. Mary Alice McHardy. Isn't that lovely? And she was a nurse in West Meon from 1920 to 1948. And also her sister, Edith Margaret McHardy, 1881 to 1962. So we've got quite a variety of stained glass windows, and they are very nice. As I come into the nave, interestingly, we've got these single seats here, and directly by the organ, and rather large, beautiful pipes from the organ. But just look at this stained glass window here. Isn't that stunning? Beautiful. And as I approach the altar, behind the altar, we've got this rather lovely, this is a painted. We've got the Virgin Mary with Christ there, we've got the shepherds, and we've got the wise men. And the words are, the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. Just to the right hand side we've got a very basic, which you would probably call a sedilia, but very unusual. I mean, it looks like it's wood. And just here in this corner, it looks like a bit of wall art. Fresco, perhaps you'd call it. And then over this way, there's no sign of any aumbrys or... actually, he says, that could be an aumbry behind there. Painted walls, as you quite often find in these churches, but a huge arch just here between the chancel and the nave. But again, a small village but a huge church, which often we find. Just here in front of me is this stained glass window, and this is in memory of Martin's father, Errol Adrian Sherrard Manners, church warden 1962 to 1990. And they've added that, Martin said they've added that bit at the bottom. Isn't that lovely to have that as to commemorate somebody in your family? It's just beautiful.
If you've enjoyed this video on Kevin's Rambles YouTube channel, why not give him a subscribe and a like and comment on his videos? It'd be very much appreciated.